Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy you're here. I hope you're all doing well. So if you're new, I'm Tanya with yanxa.creations, and on this channel I love to share with you my two favorite things, and that is crafting and experimenting. So in today's video we're going to be making a t-shirt that combines both puff vinyl and glitter vinyl. So I've been seeing these t-shirts all over and I keep thinking, wow, these are super cute, I need to have one. So in today's video I am going to be making this t-shirt. Isn't it cute? I love the colors. I absolutely love the purple. I love, this is HTV Rant rainbow white and sizer puff vinyl in pink, and I think it goes really well on the purple. I think the colors complement each other. What do you think? Leave me a comment and I'd love to hear what you think. So in this video I'm going to go through the entire process in Cricut Design Space of how we actually get these to sit together and to be stable. So we never layer onto glitter vinyl, and so it's important for us to take care of that in our design. So I'm going to walk you through Cricut Design Space to show you exactly how I'm getting this outline and how I am going to set the puff vinyl inside of this glitter outline. Alright, so we're going to go to Cricut Design Space and we're going to come back and do the cut, and we're going to press these together. Alright, so without further ado, let's head on over to Cricut Design Space. Okay, so here we are in Cricut Design Space, and this is going to be a pretty simple design. I think the fact that we're using glitter and we're going to be using puff vinyl, that's going to carry a lot of glitz and splash to the design, and so I think we can do something simple. So for this, I'm just going to go ahead and go on to this left panel, select text, and I'm just going to do my favorite tagline. I'm going to do the tagline. So you see that I've done lots of videos where I have this line as a part of my design. So I'm just going to go ahead and do your thing. And I'm just going to do you in the first box and ting separately. So if you're new here, I live in Jamaica. Do your thing is something that we say, and it just means do your thing. You know, be you, do what you need to. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to switch the font on this. So I had gotten a number of fonts from Creative Fabrica, of course. And so for today's video, I am going to be using Bella Gista. All right, so let's go ahead and select Bella Gista. It should come up. Yes, here it is. All right, so I like that. And I'm going to do the same for Ting. We're going to go with the same font. I love it. Okay, so I'm using a Gildan extra large t-shirt, and so I know that I want my design to be around 9 wide, but I'm just going to go ahead. I'm not going to take it up to the right size just yet. I'm just making it big enough for me to go ahead and do the 2 layers that we want. So remember, we're going to do 1 layer in glitter vinyl and another layer in puff vinyl. So how we're going to layer it is that we're going to actually put an offset on each of these, and the offset will be either the glitter or the puff. I'm thinking the offset is going to be the glitter, and then I'm going to set the puff inside of that offset. So to do that without actually putting one vinyl on top of the other, because you can't really layer on top of glitter. So what we're going to do is go ahead and give it an offset, and let's see, so 0.25 looks okay. We don't want the offset to be too thick, but let's try this out at 0.3 and see what that looks like. Oops, that's 0. Let's try it at Okay. I think it's a little bit big. So let's go back down to the 0.25 and we're gonna apply. So yeah, that looks good. So let's go ahead and we're gonna give ting an offset as well. And we're just gonna stick to the 0.25. Yeah, that looks okay. And we're going to make sure that our corners are rounded and we're going to weld the offset. So let's apply. Yeah, that looks good. All right. So if we actually take our words and we move it aside, we can see that if we go ahead and cut it just like this, we're going to need to layer the puff vinyl on top of the glitter. And we know that's not going to work so well. So let's go ahead and undo so that we get it back exactly where it's supposed to be. And let's go ahead and select both of these. And then we're going to come down to the right corner right here and we're going to select slice. All right. So let's go ahead and pull away this and we want to take out our slice. So we can go ahead and delete this. We're not interested in that. And so basically we will have our offset. We will cut it in glitter and then we will put our puff vinyl on the inside and you'll see that it fits right inside of this perfectly. Boom. And we're not going to have one vinyl sitting on top of the other. So let's go ahead and do that for ting. We're going to go back to the right corner and select slice. Okay. And we are going to go ahead and delete our slice. So this is the slice portion of that. So let's go ahead and delete it. So I didn't do that. I didn't shift it and delete it because I kind of wanted it to stay in place, but just let me show you. There you go. That part is gone. Let's set it back. Okay, it should fit perfectly in there, even if we don't get it right here. When we're laying it, it should sit perfectly. And we're going to go ahead and select all of this. And we can group it so that we can make it the size. So we want this to be about 9 wide. About 9 wide. And then we're just going to go ahead and fit this. We're going to go ahead and size this so that it will fit the top part of our design as best as possible. Can't make this 9 wide. So oops. All right. So I think that looks good. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. All right, so let's go ahead and actually, I think I'm going to. All right, let's go ahead and make it and let's see how it comes up on our mat. So the first one that we're going to be cutting, this is going to be the inside piece that I'm going to be making that puff vinyl. And the second one is going to be the outline that is going to be in glitter. So in order to cut the puff vinyl, I am going to set it to regular everyday iron on. And when I'm going to cut the second one, the glitter vinyl, I am going to go ahead and select glitter iron on. So I'm going to be using these two settings to cut them today. So let me cut the first one on everyday iron on and we'll head over to the machine. Then I'll just come back and select glitter iron on and we'll go straight into cutting the glitter part. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Oh, and let's not forget, we need to, it's so great that they have these prompts. So we need to make sure that we flip our design. All right. So we need to have the mirror on. So let's select the next one and edit. And we need to make sure we have the mirror on. All right. So let's go back to our first one. And we're going to go ahead to the machine and cut it now. Right, so we're at the craft table, and for today's video I'm going to be using this purple t-shirt. I hope it looks purple in the video. This is the glitter vinyl that I'm going to be using. This is a Karigi glitter vinyl. I can't remember the name of this vinyl, but I'll put it right here on the screen. But it's very sparkly. It has a pink to champagne, like a pink champagne base, and then it has all these sparkles in it of reds and greens and yellows. And then I am going to, so this is going to be my outline on top of the purple. So I think pink and purple kind of, they go well, and so I'm going to let pink sit inside of this. All right, so let's go ahead and set up on our mat and start cutting. Okay, I forgot that I wanted to get a new mat. This one really has no more stick to it, but it's sort of in storage, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it and use some painter's tape along with it. So we said that we're going to be cutting the puff vinyl first, so let's go ahead and set up. So remember, when we're talking about puff vinyl, when we're using regular HTV, we always place shiny side down. But when we're doing puff vinyl, we're going to do it shiny side up. All right. So always remember that with puff vinyl, it's going to be shiny side up. And I am using the Sizer Easy Puff today. So I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting here with my Cricut Explorer Air 2. Done. So let's unload and set up for the next cut. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of a switch. This was curling so much that the tape was not gonna hold it. So I did get out a I did switch to my 12 by 24 mat. So since it's brand new, I do have some brand new Nicapa 12 by 12 mats, but this is brand new. All right, so let's go ahead and start cutting. All right, let me go ahead and cut off our design for our puff. Ready to weed. Super easy to weed. So let's get out these pieces. That looks good. So let's set this aside and move on to our glitter vinyl. So bad news, I think I'm going to have to switch out my glitter vinyl. So this is the one I really wanted to use. But I've had this vinyl for maybe 2 years or so. And this particular one, so I tested this one and this one is fine. I've used it before. I don't know what's up with this one. I've never used this roll. This is the first time I'm pulling it out. It's so pretty. But as I'm peeling it up, only the glue film is separating. And it would be fine if I was getting some of it would be fine to go ahead and use it, because this particular one that I've used before, when I'm separating it, I do have I do have some of the glitter being left behind, but it's not sticky, and so it will not transfer to the garment. Only the parts that the glue backing has been left behind, that the glue backing was left behind, will transfer. None of this will transfer. But for this one, as I'm peeling it back, only this transparent piece is coming away. It is leaving the glued section behind, but but the glitter portion of it is very sticky, so I'm worried it's going to actually transfer to the t-shirt. So I had a bit of a setback there with the glitter vinyl. These things happen. I attempted to switch over to the pink. I've never used the pink and it's the same issue. So I checked on my blue. My blue was fine, but of course I'm not going to be using blue. So I am going to switch over to a different vinyl. So this is pretty new. I go through this type of vinyl very easily. This is the HTV Rant. I think it's the rainbow white. You can sublimate on this. It's very, very, very pretty. You can just go ahead and make a t-shirt with this one. It's very pretty. It's a nice thick roll. This I will go through quickly, so this should be pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the rainbow white with the pink onto the purple shirt. And I think the white will give a nice contrast to the purple and allow the pink to pop. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this all set up, cut it, come back, and then we will weed and press it. So remember, we switched over to using the rainbow white. All right, so let's go ahead and weed this. Okay, so we are ready to go. And so this is going to be our first layer, and then our second layer is gonna sit right inside of this. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, so we are ready to go ahead and press. I've got my t-shirt on the heat press, and we're gonna be pressing the glitter outline first. And I've set my heat press to 320 for 15 seconds, and we are up to temperature. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my 5-second press. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to crease my design to find the center. Let me just go ahead and pull this out so we can find that center. Go 4 fingers down, and that should be pretty much aligned. That looks good. So this is an HTV Rant vinyl, and it's usually, their vinyls tend to be cold peel. So let's wait a bit. And I hope you can see the sparkle in it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, and I think this will allow the pink to pop off better. So I'm glad I went with this instead of the original one. Okay, so for the puff vinyl, so this was a separate cut from this, and so the thing wasn't quite lined up in the same spot as it was here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and cut this off. Everything is looking great. So let's go ahead and do our press, and we want firm pressure for the puff vinyl. So we're gonna increase our pressure a bit, and we're ready. Woo! That looks great. That looks great. All right. Let's pull it out. Wow. This is nice. Look Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it has puffed up really nicely. Okay everybody, what do you think? I absolutely love this t-shirt. Now truth be told, if I had to do it again, I would make my outline a little bit more narrow. So let's look at the t-shirt again. Absolutely love this shirt, and as I said before, I think the colors work really well. So even though we had a little bit of a mishap in creating this t-shirt where my original vinyl that I wanted to use did not work out, I think it was a great switch. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.